Have you ever imagined entering a season without one of your biggest stars on offense? Well, that's exactly the reality the New York Yankees are facing right now. Giancarlo Stanton, a key piece of the offensive lineup, is dealing with a complicated injury, tendinitis in both elbows. The problem is so serious that he needed platelet-rich plasma, PRP, injections to treat the inflammation, which prevented him from batting for months before the season even started. The result? Stanton will begin the year on the injured list. And the worst part, no one knows exactly when he'll be back. This uncertainty has put the Yankees on the radar for a possible solution. JD Martinez, a veteran and former designated hitter for the Mets, Dodgers, Red Sox, and Tigers. The idea makes sense. Martinez remains a productive hitter even as he nears 40 years old. In 2023, he had an impressive season with the Dodgers, posting an OPS close to .900, 33 home runs, and 103 RBIs. Even if he delivers only half of that performance, it would still be a significant upgrade for a lineup missing Stanton. So why haven't the Yankees closed this deal yet? Simple: money. According to John Heyman of the New York Post, the team inquired about Martinez, but negotiations didn't progress because New York doesn't want to spend more than necessary. In other words, even in the face of an obvious need, the franchise seems hesitant to invest in reinforcements. What does this mean for the Yankees? Is the team ready to start the season without a proper replacement for Stanton? And more importantly, could this financial decision cost them in terms of performance? We want to hear your opinion. Leave your comment and don't forget to follow Yankees Fan Always to stay updated on the Bombers. If the Yankees truly decide not to sign JD Martinez, what are the alternatives? The current scenario leaves few options. The team could try to fill Stanton's absence with internal solutions, but none of them seem as reliable as an experienced reinforcement. Aaron Boone might opt to rotate players like DJ LeMahieu or even Alex Verdugo as the designated hitter on some occasions, but that would mean compromising defense or limiting offensive production. Another alternative will be giving more playing time to young players like Oswaldo Cabrera, but relying solely on internal development is a risk that could be costly for a team with playoff aspirations. The big question is, can the Yankees afford to wait? The American League is becoming increasingly competitive, and any weakness can be exploited by rivals. A slow start could put the team in a tough spot in the race for the AL East title. And we can't ignore the psychological impact on the roster. Players like Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole know they're at the peak of their careers and want to compete now. The lack of reinforcements could cause frustration and even put more pressure on the players, who will have to carry the responsibility of keeping the team competitive without Stanton. Which brings us to an inevitable reflection. Are the Yankees making the right decision by prioritizing financial savings over strengthening the lineup? If the real goal is to return to being a dominant team and compete for a championship, waiting for Stanton without a strong alternative could be a huge mistake. Now, we want to hear from you, Yankees fans. Should the team open its wallet and bring in JD Martinez, or is there another name that makes more sense? Leave your comment and share your opinion. And of course, if you want to stay on top of everything about the Yankees, follow Yankees Fan Always and turn on notifications because there's a lot ahead this season. As a true Yankees fan, I can't help but express my frustration with this situation. We're talking about a team that, historically, has never been afraid to invest in winning. So why now, when faced with such a clear need, are the Yankees hesitating to spend a little more to ensure a competitive offense? Stanton's absence, especially at the start of the season, is a serious problem. Without him, we lose one of our biggest power hitters, someone who can change the game with a single swing. The lineup already struggled in 2023, and starting 2024 without a reliable replacement for Stanton is an unnecessary risk. JD Martinez may not be the same player who shined in his Boston days, but he is still an experienced hitter who can offer exactly what the Yankees need: power in the middle of the lineup and offensive consistency. A one-year contract at a reasonable price shouldn't be an obstacle for a franchise the size of the Yankees. And that's what bothers me the most. This talk of not wanting to spend too much simply doesn't match the Yankees' history and identity. We're talking about the same team that has always built strong rosters and invested to compete at the highest level. So if the priority now is saving money, what does that say about the franchise's intentions for the season? What worries me most is that if the Yankees don't reinforce the lineup now, we might end up wasting the first few months of the season. And in baseball, we know how a bad start can dictate a team's fate. We can't just wait for Stanton to return and hope everything fixes itself. The truth is, this team has the talent to compete but also has obvious weaknesses. And the front office needs to act like a team that wants to win now, not just in a few years. As a fan, I want to see the Yankees return to being that unstoppable powerhouse, not a team that hesitates to spend when it needs to the most. And you Yankees fans, what do you think about this situation? Is the front office right to be cautious with spending, or should they go all in to ensure a strong lineup from day one? If you want to keep up with everything about the Yankees, follow Yankees Fan Always and turn on notifications. Here, you'll always find the latest news, analysis, and honest opinions about our team. And you know what makes all this even more frustrating? The Yankees' window of opportunity won't last forever. We have Garrett Cole in his prime, Aaron Judge proving he's one of the best players in the league, and a roster that, with the right adjustment, can compete for the title. But if the front office continues this conservative approach, we might end up wasting yet another season. It's unacceptable for a team like the Yankees to hesitate to spend when it could make the difference between a dominant campaign and another disappointing one. The fans have seen this movie before, promises that things will work out, talk about trusting the roster we have, and in the end, the same issues costing us when it matters most. I'm not saying JD Martinez is the magical solution to all the team's problems, but he is a viable solution, a real option that could minimize the impact of Stanton's absence and help keep the offense productive while we adjust throughout the season. And if the Yankees aren't willing to invest in him, then what's the plan? Wait for Stanton to come back 100% healthy and hope he doesn't have any more issues throughout the year? Trust that less experienced players will fill the gap without hurting offensive production? Or simply accept that the team might start the season with difficulties, jeopardizing the race for the division lead? If the front office truly believes this is the Yankees' year, then it's time to act like it. Baseball doesn't wait. Teams like the Orioles, Blue Jays, and even the Red Sox could take advantage of these weaknesses and put us in a tough spot right away. And as a fan, I wonder, is this team still aiming to be a powerhouse? Because if it is, this wait-and-see approach simply doesn't work. Let's not forget what happened in 2023 when a lack of aggressiveness in pursuing reinforcements left us far from competing for a championship. I want to see the Yankees strong again. I want to see a team that commands respect at the plate, that isn't afraid to invest when necessary, and that steps onto the field to dominate, not just compete. If Martinez isn't the right guy, then bring in someone else. But standing still, waiting for a miracle, is not an option. And you Yankees fans, how do you see this situation? Do you think the front office is making the right decision, or should they be more aggressive in the market? Leave your comment and share your opinion. And if you want to keep up with all the latest about our team, subscribe to Yankees Fan Always and turn on notifications. The season is just beginning, and you won't want to miss anything.